This information is from Chapter 1 of your textbook. Everything has come directly from the book, so it is cited at the end of the presentation. First, let's look at the differences between qualitative research and quantitative research. Qualitative, the main purpose is to understand reasons and motivations. Data collection is unstructured or semi-structured. Findings are descriptive and it explores the subject. Quantitative research, on the other hand, the main purpose is data quantification. Data collection is very structured. The findings are statistical, usually presented in tabulations, charts, graphs, that sort of thing, and it measures something. This is just a little sample of some findings in a qualitative study that I thought would just give you a good opportunity to get a better grasp on what qualitative study looks like, or the results, the findings. So let's define qualitative research a bit. It begins with assumptions and the use of interpretive or theoretical frameworks, which we'll talk about those. These frameworks inform the study of research problems, so once you have those, your problems really drive your study. And the research problems address the meaning individuals or groups ascribe to a social or human problem. Qualitative researchers use an emerging qualitative approach to inquiry. They use this approach rather than trying to have numbers or statistics and that sort of thing. They collect data in a natural setting, sensitive to the people and the places under study. You want to have it in a place where it's natural and peaceful, calm, what the people are accustomed to. The data analysis is both inductive and deductive, and the analysis establishes patterns or themes, and that's really what your study focuses on. So when you report qualitative research, it may involve a final written report or presentation. Most often it does. It includes the voices of the participants. It's not just numbers and charts and graphs like quantitative. It really has the voices of the participants. It addresses the reflexivity of the researcher. It provides complex description and interpretation of the problem. And it discusses its contribution to the literature, or a lot of times it brings about a call for change. So there are 5 approaches, there are many classifications. This is really most common in health, behavioral, and social sciences, and they're systematic processes of inquiry. So you'll see, and we'll talk about, you'll read a lot about the 5 approaches to qualitative research. There is narrative, phenomenology, grounded theory, ethnography, and case study. When you compare them, and you'll see there's a chart in this chapter that I recommend you go back and look at to compare the different approaches. They have some great charts in this book. You can examine each side by side, and they differ by the process of research, the introduction to a study through its purpose and research questions, the data collection, data analysis, the report writing, and then the standards of validation and evaluation. Just the process itself looks different in each one. So that kind of just gives you, I know that's a quick overview, and I hope that you feel like that saved you a little time in reading, but that gives you a little bit of an overview of what we're going to be talking about. We're going to look at some more things, and then we're going to kind of narrow down to one approach. And so I look forward to sharing more with you about this in each chapter.